Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? My name is Fumidesaluvold. For those of you that are stopping by for the very first time, you are so very welcome indeed. What am I wearing? I am wearing an old dress that I bought in New York. And it's an old Pucci dress. Absolutely live and love it. I love the color of it. It's just so complimentary. And so I thought it would be very appropriate for this episode. Why are we here? I'll tell you why we are here. Last week, I was speaking to my girlfriend, Aretha. She was on the show. And we were talking about the Candace Owens / Brigitte Macron saga. And I was making a point to Aretha about how social media in my age, because I'm 56, was very new to me and came much later in my life. And I say that because I think Twitter came in 2007. I had to be about 37, 36 around that time. And so this is a new way of how we consume information and how we share images. And so I had brought out a carton box of where I was showing, you and Aretha, all of our pictures and how we took pictures back in the day. And I tell you now, I wish that there was social media then, because there would have been so many things I could have shown you. But in those days, unless you had a camera on you all the time, that was not the case. And I was modeling. I was modeling in New York. I was acting in California. And that was why we really embraced it, because it was a great way of showing our images in present day to casting directors. But in those days, especially in New York, you had a runner who took your book, your model book, from one agency to the other, to one fashion designer brand. In those days, that was how you pushed around. Anyway, I say that to say that in so doing, I stumbled across an old school picture of mine. Somebody in the comments said, is Fumi trying to show us old school pictures of her to prove that she's a woman? Because I have been accused of being a man. And for me, I don't mind. If I'm a man, I think I'm the prettiest man ever. And I know Fumi Nation would not care. It's ridiculous, but you know what I mean. And I showed you guys. And I posted it up here as well for you guys, because I post on Instagram and I post on YouTube as well to share it, because some of you are not on YouTube, some of you are not on Instagram. And it was interesting because both platforms said, what would you have told your younger self? I thought it was a fantastic question. And I thought, why not make an episode of it? So this picture of me, I must have been 8 or 10. I couldn't tell you, around there. And we lived in East Kilbride, Scotland. East Kilbride, Glasgow, Scotland. My father was a doctor at Hairmeyer's Hospital, and my mother was a teacher. And my brother, sister, and I all went to Canberra Primary School. Ula, ever so thoughtful, when we got married, we went back to Scotland because his mother is Scottish. So yes, Adrian has Scottish blood. And as a surprise, he brought me back to my old primary school. And I am so grateful, because I think a few years after that, the school was demolished. So, that's sad. But I remember that time very well. And I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to be on television. I was in love, still am, with the silver screen. I loved film. And so I found myself in theater, in plays and stuff like that. And I would just drool over Diana Ross. I remember her at that time. And I stammered. Would you believe it? I stammered badly. So I was quiet. but I was very confident because I knew what I wanted to become at that age. And it seemed so far-fetched. How are you going to get there? I did not know, but I knew. Being an adult now and looking back at a 10-year-old Fumi, to think that she's a mother today, I see Adrian in me. And I wish I could have hugged her, because I think I was very sensitive inside. And I see that with Adrian. I was very tall. Perhaps one of the tallest girls in class. I was always one of the tallest. And so I was sent at the back of the line. You know, in the mornings when you have assembly, I was always at the back of the line, and I didn't like it because it made me feel masculine, like I was a boy and I wasn't a boy. And I wish I could have given her more hugs. I wish I could have told her, continue to pursue this. Continue to pursue speaking in public spaces, because it would have helped with your stammering. I did not know that at the time, so I shut off. I was very alive on stage. I am very comfortable in front of crowds. I'm only nervous when I'm around 1 or 2, 3 people. Whereas when there are multiple people, I am very much at home. I would have loved to tell her, Fumi, it would have been okay. I would have loved to be her aunt, where she could have spent weekends with me. And we could have gone to plays, we could have gone to theater, we could have gone to the shops, because I loved fashion. So I admired my mother so very much, how she just wore her makeup, and she used to wear blue eyeliner. And I do that in honor of her till this very day, because she was my idol. She was my everything. She was so beautiful, and she was so confident and put together, and she was a teacher, you know, and I wanted to be that. And I would have told her, every time when you are scared, it's because it's foreign to you. It's because you don't know the outcome. And that's what we are as adults. We get nervous because we don't know the outcome. Continue to have pushed through for me. Continue to have made those very hard, lonely, difficult decisions, because I think I would have gotten further faster. I think so. I was very scared. I was so eager to please, and I pleased the wrong people. In so doing, I did. When you try to please, you forget that the people that you are trying to have them accept you don't have their lives put together either. That is one. And they will never be satisfied with whatever you do. They will never be. Because it's not you trying to please them. It's that they just don't see you in that space. They just don't see you that way. And it's not their fault. That's just what they see. You have to look in towards yourself and make sure you're the best version of you. I wish that I had read more books. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. It's never, ever, ever wasted. If you love, if you have passion for acting, for singing, for film, for fashion, study. Go to the library and find out about the photographers, the fashion designers, the directors, the producers. Study. All the films that I loved, they stemmed from an inspiration, a lot of them from books. Read the books. it will empower you. Because when you walk into that audition space, when you walk into that casting space, it's admirable. Oh wow, you read the book, so you'll understand my vision. Have your education. As young as you are, I know you want to run. Have your education. Of that, I am extremely grateful and proud to my parents. It opened doors for me when I was in Hollywood. Oh, we did not know that you were a university graduate. Oh, yes, I am. It separated me from the herd. Yes, it did. So initially I thought, no, I don't want to go. Fumi, go. And it did. And I'm happy that I did. And I graduated. And I have lifelong friends from my university days. I would not have wasted my time with boys. I would not have, it was a complete waste of time. I didn't gain anything from that, but a broken heart many a time. I would have told my younger self, let me teach you about your monthly cycle. It's going to come up soon. Let me teach you about boys. You have to know. You have to know about boys. But don't waste your time with them at this age. They bring nothing. All of this fantasy where you see on television and they kiss and they do all of these things, it's of no interest to you. Or it's of interest to you, but it's no benefit to you. Laser focus. And might I say, it's where I really admire Blue Carter. How she has this laser focus for what she loves. And that is because she has a mother who can see the talent, who understands her, and who is prepared to push her all the way. Then you just feel like you're cruising. That's the only way I can describe it. I felt there were times in my life when I had that art teacher, when I had that literature teacher, and I felt I was cruising because they knew, they peeped it and said, Fumi is going to do things. And the first person in my YouTube career ever was my late Uncle Deomi. He was going through illness, and he was at the hospital when a nurse said, are you Fumi's dad? And he smiled and he said, no, I'm Fumi's uncle. And he said, and she said, I follow Fumi on YouTube. I had to have had maybe 1,000 followers at the time. Maybe not even. And my uncle called me and he said, Fumi, stick with this. It just might be that thing that you were looking for that was not available to you when you were younger. I think this is it for you. I cried because he passed away in 2019 and he really didn't get to see me here on this channel. Well, maybe he did. He just didn't have to stay physically to see it. When you're a young girl of 10, it's only 10 years on this earth. I remember my family, childhood. I loved playing with dolls. I loved red, the color red, and that has stuck with me till now. And I just remember that I wanted to grow up and be this phenomenal actor. And some way, somehow, I still feel that I will win this Academy Award. I don't know when, I don't know how, but it sits inside of me. I love acting. I love it. I come alive and I miss it. I'm looking for a theatrical agent now because I want to get back. And I think to tell my younger self, in a nutshell, I was very confident about what I wanted to do. I was not confident in my life. I felt because I wanted things that were very different, that why was I the way I was? And that really that followed me even in high school, because many of the girls wanted to be married, they wanted to have children, doctor, lawyer, engineer, accountant, they wanted to be all of these things, and I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to be a model. And it was like, so I was very insecure, and I hid my passion a lot. And when I look back at how sad, that's so sad that I did that. And I don't want you girls to do that, because you could be the next greatest person in your field. Don't ever shortchange yourself. I wish I could have told the 10-year-old Fumi that you're going to be fantastic. You're going to be amazing. And just continue to work on your little self. Help in the house. It's good. It's discipline. It's structure. You're going to need all of that. Because till this very day, when I wake up, I make my bed. I have to do it. If I don't do it, I feel lopsided. And to all the beautiful, gorgeous, sweet, sweet girls out there, you're beautiful. You're so beautiful. And you're growing and you're blooming. And find a mentor. If you don't have a mom, you don't have a dad, if you're not close to them, if you don't have an older sister, find a mentor. Find somebody. You will have to find them, because you are the one that needs the help. So you need to shout out there, I need the help, I need the support. Because they're going to guide you. We are young for a very short time. 18 years, give or take. And after that is adulthood. And you have to cherish those years. I cherish those years. And I wish I could go back and change some things. But more than anything, I wish she had had me to tell her that I am so proud of her. And I was very, I always had that smirk, because it was just to say I'm confident. I can't express myself as much as I want to without stammering, but I'm here. And for that, I'm proud of you, Fumi. You were a wonderful girl. You're a wonderful child. You were very pleasant. You made people laugh. You were really a wonderful girl. And I would have really told you, keep pushing, keep going. You knew what you wanted at a very young age. So in many ways, you had a head start. And life is going to throw things at you. And I say that to all the young girls out there. It's going to throw things at you because it's trying to teach you. It's not doing it to be harsh on you. It's because your final destination is going to require the skill set that you're going to learn here and now. And most of your skills you learn through the struggle. You learn through the challenge. That's what's going to make you strong. That's what's going to make you a survivor. Do not forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, and I'll see you sooner than later. All of my love. This is dedicated. It is rededicated to all of those 10-year-old girls out there. You're beautiful. You're smart. You're intelligent. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can be anything you want to be. It's going to take work, but yes, you can.
Value of the information that we were given. So it's not overwhelming. It was very clearly laid out. It was accessible, even for someone that's not familiar with public relations.
Now I'm leaving, feeling more PR ready. What I thought I knew, I now know more. What I came to do, I've done so much more.
If you are serious about really growing your business or growing your brand, then like this is really this is a must.
And I love the fact that I came away from it feeling and knowing that I now have a clear pathway for the things I want to do next for my business.
I'm literally in awe.
I feel like I can pitch. There's so many platforms that I've wanted to go on, so many podcasts or just things that I thought I can only dream about. But in this retreat and just through the classes and the sessions, I really learned how to actually reach out to those platforms, to those huge platforms.
Know that when it comes to PR, Nina gonna put you together, okay? During our sessions, how she walked us through the playbook and she had us complete tasks. It gave us a sense of clarity.
Nina, you did that. You brought a group of amazing women together and you helped us bond, see our worthiness. And yeah, it was everything I could have dreamed of and more.
Yes, it's really been a unforgettable experience.
This is by far the most impactful few days I've had in a very long time.
Nina, you have no idea how profoundly your journey has impacted my journey.
Don't even think about not signing up.
Yes, I do. Look, back up. Have you noticed that I refuse to give any of this away? It's always sold out. Always what? It's always sold out. So, guys, what do I think about our slippery lime shampoo? Let me show you something. Let me show you something. And for the benefit of other shampoo products, I covered them. I had to do this test because I needed to prove a point. And I don't want to bring up any other product or brand. But these are other shampoos that I've had. Yeah? Okay. So I'm going to take them out one by one. Let me put my slippery slime here. I'm going to bring it out one by one. And I'm going to pour it out for you to see. Yeah? Look at the consistency. Look at the consistency. Okay, that is one. Look at the consistency of this one. Okay. Look at the consistency of this. Oh God. Look at the consistency of this. Look at the consistency of slippery slime shampoo by Healthy Hair Studio, created by a trichologist called ENITAN. It's a beast. It won't even. Just look. If you are asking me, Fumi, a slippery lime shampoo, healthy hair studio, created by trichologist ENITAN. Is it FDV approved? It is absolutely FDV approved. It is absolutely FDV approved. Go right ahead and use my discount code Fumi and get you.